Hi, Lexi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I am 24 and he is 35, and we have two younger children. We are 100% debt free, and we have about almost $80,000 cash right now. And he is looking into starting like a Roth IRA, but we were just kind of wondering like what you suggested because we don't have a retirement fund started yet.
Okay.
So
Your husband?
Yeah.
Your husband?
Boyfriend, but almost.
Okay. Well, no, darling, there's a legal distinction here. Okay, because it says on my screen boyfriend, and that's why I was just checking. So, because it matters what you do in that situation. So you're living
Right.
with you're 24. You're living with a guy that's 35, and you have two little kids.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, the problem is without marriage, you don't have any rights to anything of his without a really long and expensive and bloody lawsuit, and vice versa.
Right.
And vice versa. And so if you were married, you could just do his 401k and you would get half of it if something happened. Or if he died, you'd get all of it, right? And same thing, you don't have to worry about balancing it out. But you don't have a husband, you have a roommate from a legal perspective. And so you have to keep your money running to protect a 24-year-old single mom of two, because that's what you are. So you have to do that. So I'll just be old ugly Uncle Dave and tell you what I think because you called my show. If I've got a son that's 26, I have two daughters that are slightly older than you. If one of them came into my house talking like this, I would say get married for God's sakes to protect yourself from a legal perspective.
Right, yeah. We're looking into doing that later this year. We're engaged, but it's just not...
Well, I mean, there is really no point in delaying anything here. You're already living together and having babies together. I mean, it's not like we plan a big wedding here. Jeez, I mean, you're already shacked up. So I don't know why we have to be engaged. Just go get married, for goodness sakes. You're already acting like you are. So anyway, but that protects you, kiddo. And then you can just go, okay, hey, we got $80,000 because now we have $80,000. This $80,000, is it in his name in the bank account or your name or both names or what?
Both names are on the account.
Okay, and so what you have there is what's called a general partnership, and you don't have partnership agreements. And so if he dies, his family will come take half of that money if they want to. That's what I'm talking about, how dangerous this is for you and for these children. So that's why I would just go get married this weekend. I really would. And that solves a whole bunch of your stuff. I mean, it's not real romantic, but you already decided to do the whole thing backwards. So, let's go ahead and take care of business now and, get her lined up and let's get going. So that's what I would tell you as your dad or your uncle or something like that, just to protect you, protect those kids. And I'm not saying your boyfriend's a bad guy. I'm not making a moral judgment here. That's not the point. We're way past all that. I'm trying to help you not get in a mess because your money's in pretty good shape if you were a legal couple. So in that case, yes, you've got $80,000 saved. That would be wonderful. If you were married, we'd carve off part of that, call that your emergency fund. You're debt free. That's wonderful. And we would take the rest of that and start thinking about getting our house. If you've already got a house, then we take the rest of that and start talking about paying off the house. Or funding these kids' college. So it's baby steps. You would be on baby step 4, 5, 6 is where you would be in this situation. And so, Lexi, what I want you to hear me loud and clear is that you're in peril if anything happens between now and the time you have a marriage license. You're in peril. You're not going to get what you should be getting to take care of you and those children. And I'm not suggesting something's going to happen, but I've just dealt with in 35 years of doing this all the worst case scenarios. I'm a cancer doctor. I see what causes cancer every day. And I get to meet with people like you after they didn't do things right and have a mess. And so please go fix this as soon as possible.